Today, in UFO history, the Réunion Island Michelin Man encounter. July 31st, 1968, Réunion Island, Indian Ocean. 9 a.m. Farmer Luce Fontaine is collecting grass for his rabbits at La Plaine des Cafres on the island of Réunion, in the Indian Ocean east of Madagascar, when he sees an oval-shaped object about 75 feet away. It is sitting about 15 feet from the ground on a flange of metal. A similar structure protrudes from its top. The cylinder has two blue ends and a transparent center through which he can see two humanoids less than 3 feet tall, in metallic helmets and dressed in puffy suits, like the Michelin Man, the tire company mascot. Seemingly sensing Fontaine looking at them, they turn their backs and the object disappears in a sudden flash of light and a burst of hot air. The incident is investigated by Captain Maljean of the local gendarmerie and Captain Léopold Legros of the Civil Protection Service, who detect an abnormal amount of radioactivity at the site and on Fontaine's clothing 10 days afterward, as well as 6 apparent landing marks in the ground. A country club called La Soucoupe Volante, or the Flying Saucer, is later built on the site. A translation of Fontaine's description of the incident from the Flying Saucer Review. Quote, I was at the kilometer 21 mark in a small clearing in the middle of a forest of acacia trees that morning, and I was bending down and picking some grass for my rabbits, when I suddenly saw a sort of oval-shaped cabin in the clearing. It was 25 meters from me, and as though suspended at a height of 4 or 5 meters from the ground. The extremities of it were dark blue, the center part lighter, more transparent, rather like the windscreen of a Peugeot 404. Above and below it had what looked like 2 glass feet of shining metal. In the center of the cabin were 2 individuals with their backs towards me. The one on the left turned right around and so faced me. He was standing, small, about 90 centimeters in height, enveloped from head to feet in a sort of one-piece overall a bit like the suit worn by the Michelin Man. The one on the right simply turned his head around towards me, but all the same I had time to catch a glimpse of his face, which was partly masked by a sort of helmet. Then both turned their backs to me, and there was a flash, as strong as the electric arc of a welding machine. Everything went white around me. A powerful heat was given off, as if it were a sort of blast of wind, and a few seconds later there was nothing there anymore. Then I approached the spot where the object had been. There were no marks. The object had a diameter of 4 or 5 meters and was about 2.5 meters measured through from top to bottom. It was of a bluish color with white on the upper and lower parts. I told my wife all about it and then the gendarmerie, and everyone at once believed me. Unquote. Original text and research by Jeff Knox. Link in the description. Please check out his tweets for more. I'm Telesma Blue Orb. Thank you for watching.